Buona dimineața. It is day 57 on Paul and Tammy's Backpacking and Brews trek across Romania on the Via Transilvanica. It is, let's see, 57, so it is the 29th of May, 2026. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. Probably, it's a little past 9 o'clock in the morning. We have clear skies, little clouds, few clouds. That's right, well after 9, 57 degrees maybe. It's supposed to get up to 70, just a high of 70, which is nice. So not cooler temperatures today than yesterday and the day before. And we are leaving the village of Obarsia Closani, I think is the name, how it's pronounced. And we are heading to Isverna. It's only a 7-mile trek today, some 1,200 feet elevation gain. So we took our time waking up this morning, had breakfast a little later, 8 o'clock, and now we're heading out. We know we're gonna get to our next destination probably around lunchtime. So fortunately, where we're staying is Pensione Mustata. They offer lunch as well, so we'll probably take them up on that. But last night we spent the night in Agro Pension Turista Dor de Monte. Dor de Monte means thinking of the mountains. We asked the hostess, a young lady who helped us out, Andrea, super friendly, super accommodating, just a wonderful hostess, and beautiful property right on the river. We had a room. It's a brand new facility. Apparently we were the first Americans to stay there, and it was recently built, I think finished last fall. Brand new, solid concrete, masonry work, well appointed rooms, big king bed, balcony, nice shower, didn't leak, nice toilet, everything was just wonderful. You could tell they really took their time and did it right. Matter of fact, I was talking to her, she said, yeah, they build something, if it wasn't right, they tear it down and rebuild it. So, but yeah, beautiful property. It's just maybe 50 meters off the Via Transilvanica, so very short hike. And it was about 400 lei for the bed and breakfast, and then another 200 lei for dinner, which we had last night, which was really good as well. Homemade everything, just about. Breakfast was very good as well. Boy, it's a steep descent to Obarsia Closani, and it's in a steep ascent coming out of Obarsia Closani, and that's what we're doing now. We are hiking out of the village. But yeah, couldn't give a higher recommendation for where we stayed last night. Really, really wonderful. The owner of the pension is also the mayor of the village, and we were speaking with him briefly this morning. We met him. Our hostess was the daughter of the mayor, so all in the family kind of thing. Very nice, met him. He actually worked with Tashalis, a social, to help plan the route through the village. And I think the daughter was saying that the climber stone in the village is right outside their house where they live, and the trail runs right by their house. So he's very involved, and yeah, really nice gentleman. It was a great pleasure to meet him and his daughter. Oh, wow. Okay, so 7-mile trek, 1,200 feet elevation gain today. we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. And Kalibuna. Oh, just wanted to mention just a pretty cool thing about where we stayed last night and the village itself. Right behind the pensione is a hose, and it's just sort of lifted off the ground and just shooting water out of it. And the hostess told us, Andrea, that that's the best water in town because it's always flowing. And through the yesterday and today, this morning, sure enough, people were coming to that place behind the pensione, right by the creek, and filling up water jugs. And we did the same. We filled our water bottles with the water that just comes out of there. She said it's fresher, it's the freshest water in town because it doesn't sit in the pipes, and it's very good for you, obviously. And just thought that was a pretty cool thing that, you know, even the whole village takes part in it and uses that water. And they'll, not sure how far they're walking, but they'll have multiple 2-liter, like one gentleman this morning had 6 2-liter bottles, plastic bottles that he filled up from that spring. And like I said, we did the same. Oh, also wanted to mention, so we went a few days without cellular reception or GSM reception, and we were thinking, oh well, you know, we'd read that there wasn't great reception up here in the mountains, and so we just accepted it, even though we passed by several sort of newly established cell towers. You could see them in the, you know, on the high points. And so finally we came up with a brainstorm idea. Let's turn our phones off and then back on. And sure enough, voila, we had cell service again. So shame on us for not restarting our phones to reestablish a connection to the cell network. I think I mentioned we have orange SIM cards that we purchased, and they're like €5 a piece for 28 days. It's always 28 days. And that 28-day period ran out during this time frame. So we're thinking, oh, maybe we should have restarted our phones after that new period started. We didn't, but now we do have cell reception again. We just had to take a break on top of this hill, and that's where we came from. That's the town of Obarsia. Dang, I keep forgetting the last part of it. Anyway, that's where we came from, and we're on top of this mound, and you just see the gorgeous view. I don't know if you can see the snow on the mountains in the far distance there, and just come around here. We got one tree that's growing on this part right here at the highest point, and just panning around this way. We're heading more toward the southerly view, and that's where we're heading eventually. Down somewhere down there is the Danube River, and just panning around some more and some more mountains, and we're going to be heading in that direction. And I think we came from over top of those mountains, or no, over to the right there more so. And that's where we're heading, down there to the trail. And then we're almost 360 degrees back around where we started. So right there. So just a gorgeous view, gorgeous day. Okay, it's Obarsia Closani. That's the name of the village that we came from this morning. Obarsia Closani. Just wanted to recap yesterday's day on the trail. We believe we hiked just over 17 miles, and depending upon which app you believe, whether it's AllTrails or whether it's an Apple Watch or whether it's the Via guide, we either climbed 3,100 feet in elevation or 4,100 feet in elevation. AllTrails is the one that gave us the 4,100 feet in elevation, and we've a couple times we've experienced some what we think are GPS glitches with AllTrails. So we'll kind of trust the 3,100 versus the 4,100. And we've had other days. I say that because we've had other days where AllTrails has added a whole bunch of miles and a whole bunch of feet in elevation, which we don't think we did. So we're not really sure what's going on there. Maybe you'll send a note to AllTrails and say what's going on. There might be something in the sort of what did they say? Frequently asked questions that says something about GPS limitations, etc. Anyway, yeah, so yesterday, long day, 17 miles, at least 3,100 feet elevation gain. Not so tough today, but that's okay. We get hard days and we get easy days.